A guy from the other day sent me his guild card. This game definitely needs more permanent monsters. He can recover off the ground before I can stop stumbling. What the hell? Oh, I fucking back circled into that. Oh my god. I was doing so well for so long. That was the worst slingshot of your life. Stop moving back and forth, you little biatch. Got it. Don't need it. Aw, I was hoping the iframes would help me. Nice. Nice. All the pulp floated to the top of my orange juice. So it was more like a smoothie than a glass of orange juice there for a second. I got 2 gems, 1 run. What a lucky boy. Too bad it's not, for whatever reason, I'm shaking really bad right now, and it's hard for me to play. I was just playing Borderlands like 30 minutes ago, and I was perfectly fine. Finally. It only took 60 plus streams for me to fucking max that weapon out. I've had that weapon since I started using the loadout system. It's why my very first loadout has that on it. These all require Teostra gems. Except for that one. See, like, a lot of these still act as if they could be upgraded further. Oh, it's because they're wait, no. It's not because it's... Weird. Because I was speculating that they're gonna just add a bunch of things that'll just add a unique looking weapon at the end of a lot of those trees. Hopefully, anyways. That's all we can hope for. Excuse me. Whoops. Goof build. Whoa. Is that for real? I almost don't even want to join. I always like doing the special arenas because they load so fast. So nice. So smooth. There's no sitting at 75% completed loading meter. Like, what the hell is the point of a loading bar if it's just going to sit at the 90% mark for the 90% of the duration that it took to get up to that point? Computers are dumb. I don't mean that as in the computers themselves are dumb. I mean as in, like, how computers function is dumb. The only thing about this build, it literally has no chance to crit. Only negative part about it. Still a good build though. I can just tank it. You missed. Why do people do this? Why did they ever add the ballistas on there? Congratulations, you just forced the team to fight the monster in a worse spot. I'll just be down here then. Oh, well, it's dead. Cool. The action movie shot. Running away from the bad guy. Honestly, once you climb out of the wall, it should just drop you into a pit. There shouldn't even be the cannons or ballistas. If only I could get those in gold. Just blaze. Only benefits from one fire attack, Jewel. It's the same thing with the Brazen Ridge. Let's go in with the goofy red gloves. Again, I like these quests. They load fast. And actually, instead of using this, I kind of want to try using this. It's also a more defensive orientated sort of thing. Where is it? Where are they? There we go. Thank you, Japanese handler. Arigato. Oh, well, this is fun. I was having a laugh there for a sec. What is this Gooberville? What? Doggo, no! No. No, doggo. Can I not be bleeding? Got him in the face with it. Destroyed. Denied. Disgusting. More than that! It'll still take a lot more than that. You can't, that isn't even gonna matter. Thanks, bitch. You bastard. More fireworks? Wait, did I do a fire? I was just trying to make sure what I'm doing isn't already partially done. No. No, I don't want fire resistance. I've always said I need gear with more slots on it. This weapon won't really be that usable until they give you more gear with more slots on it. I'm still gonna do it anyway. I just need to actually fight a boss that's weak to fire, which there are like 2 of. Oh, I need to kill Devil Joe. And if you didn't know already, he's not weak to fire. He's weak to lightning, I believe. Yeah. Really, I should just go like this. Save that for later. I'll do something different than normal Lance, even though I'll hate myself for it. And you can't block. Or better put my weapon away, because in order to move 2 feet, I have to do that. Because you're fucking... your gap closer is so bad, you might as well not even use it. Oh my goodness. I remember why I hate the gun lance. Too much nonsensical bullshit to manage that equates to almost no benefit at all. They need to stop what the fuck they're doing with this game and reconsider some of the core game design. Like, this shit was understandable in Monster Hunter 4U and, like, some of the older games with, like, weapons having very niche movesets. But honestly, some fucking different stuff needs to be incorporated, because it's to the point where this shit is just obsolete and boring to fucking play. The lance at least keeps you on your feet. This weapon is just a complete and utter shit show of annoying mechanics, that none of which work well together. Because the developers can't decide if they want it to be more, like, action-orientated, or if they want it to be more fucking turtle and, like, it just doesn't even make any sense. I've already gone over it before, how evade lancing used to be better than guard lancing. It still is that way with the gun lance. I feel like what are you supposed to do? I felt like I've done such piss poor amounts of damage because I can't get close enough to actually do shelling half of the time. And the couple times when I would get the advantage and I go to quick reload, I can't quick reload for whatever dumb reason, and my character goes doink doink on the trigger. Weapon away to move up, and he's gonna move so far away that it doesn't matter. And move again, and you get 2 attacks on me, and then I move again. Oh. I gotta always remember never to position myself dead center with him, or else I'm not gonna be able to do anything about his attacks. See what I mean? Like, I had to cancel my animation so early, and that was only because that attack allowed me to do that. By dodging. And again, don't even get me started about how retarded its sharpness loss is. Why it even has to be that way. It just is that way. It's not like the game would be any more broken or any more balanced if the gun lance used a normal amount of sharpness. No, it just uses a different amount of sharpness and I feel like that's all Monster Hunter's game design in this most recent game. It's just that is the logic with everything. Alright, 2 charged miss. A couple 2 charged misses later, and you might unlock your special attack from the actual Monster Hunter games that aren't trying to be try-hard Dark Souls. You remove all the core mechanics of what used to make this game have some amount of strategy, and you end up with this. A hodgepodge between like a really fast-paced action game and a really meticulous, like, I don't even know what you would call that type of gameplay. So for all intents and purposes, because everyone seems to love calling it, I'm gonna call it the slow and deliberate stuff, where it's like, oh yeah, you gotta be deliberate with your actions. It's hard to be deliberate in a game that promotes, like, not doing that at all because of how much faster it is now. Seriously, I just feel like I was doing a subpar everything that entire fucking fight. From start to damn finish. It's already been an hour and 13 minutes. Get destroyed, Bagel Bite. I'm gonna go out for a smoke real quick. I didn't realize it had already been an hour. Didn't feel like it. Wow, this stream has been absolutely fucking dead compared to my other one, and I wonder if that's because it's a Sunday or something. It's crazy. At the same time, last night I had like 50 random pop-ins. I must have, like I said, been one of the only people who is streaming out of like a bunch of others. But I don't know. It must have also been because I left like comments on videos and people clicked on my channel or hovered over it or whatever. I don't know. I don't think I've ever used a meal voucher once. Oh wait, yes I did. Yes I did, but it wasn't on my stream. It was, playing with a friend, I think. Just because I was trying to teach him how food buffs work. Even though I rarely ever use them correctly. It's like I normally say. Do as I say, not as I do. Because I'm shit, and even though I know the way I should do something, I always try and do something my own way, even if it's worse. Again, it's not that I even care if there are people watching me or not. I'm not that energetic tonight anyways. I just always find it weird how sometimes I'll get such a sudden burst of people. Scared the shit out of me. Why are people honking their horn at 11 o'clock at night on a Sunday? Don't they realize how many people are trying to sleep? Fuckers. It's just like, remember how 3 to 4 weeks ago on my streams I was talking about how my neighbor bought a Harley, and if he was going to be one of those neighbors who started it or rode it, he's both. He'll start at 8:30 in the morning on the weekends, full throttle right off of starting it, and just be loud as holy shit. And just earlier, he just drove off at like fucking 9:30 or 10 on the bike. It's 52 degrees out. By the way, he also has a kids. He also has kids and a wife. Or a girlfriend. I don't know if they're actually married or not. And ever since he got that bike, 90% of the time he spends is on that thing when he's home. Whereas it used to be playing with his kids. And I'm just like, oh boy, I'm gonna go down that trail. It felt like such dog shit today. All the shit I had been doing finally caught up to me. I'm not normally that physically active, so when I am, it trips my whole body out because I always think I'm a lot more able than I am. I used to be able to be on my feet all day long, no problem, when I was younger. And it shouldn't be a problem for me now, it's just so much of my muscle has atrophied off of me. When I do, like, serious physical activity for extended periods of time, it normally will make me sick the next day. And it's not even heat exhaustion. The shit happens to me when I would do shit in the winter too. Shovel the entire driveway in like less than 20 minutes. And then like an hour or two later, get a massive headache and then throw up and stuff like that. Be shaken. I've had pain in my I want to say back, but it's like the area, it's my side pretty much, and my back at the same time. I can't take tokes. That makes it hurt worse. The coughing does, not the actual toke. Oh wait, that's right. I need a... I need a low rank Pookie Pookie. I can't ever tell if I should just be standing there holding R2 or if I should be attacking. Which is a problem when you're using a weapon with a fucking shield. Holy shit. I can't stand using the gun lance. I'm being fucking ran over by a low rank enemy right now. Can you not, please? Oh my god, I'm not even gonna get to skin it, am I? This fucking troll-ass game. I'm gonna keep using it though, even though I hate using it. Stockholm Syndrome. The trick with the weapon is to just never actually focus on blocking or never think about it. Because you're never gonna do it when you want to. You can dodge when you want to, though. I should just run the Dante set with a gun lance. Jargo boy! Shaggy, spaghetti-haired Jargo boy! I like how the damage for this shit is scaled down, but not for other weapons. It's like only the gun lance and the charge blade gets damage because they have fixed damage, which is scaled down, and blast damage too. But it's a 20 damage difference. It just means after 5 blasts you haven't done 100 extra damage. Like, I don't know if they know how to do math, but that doesn't stop it from being any stronger than it would be. Because the fact that there's not really many low rank weapons with blast in the first place, which is the whole reason why they did that. You should have made it deal half damage, 60. It still would kill monsters really fast in low rank. They're not made to be killed with stuff that does this amount of damage anyways. What's the fucking point? But like I said, with the gun lance, you just keep attacking. There's no... Oh yeah, I want to stop and chill for a second. You keep attacking. Keep the pedal to the metal. Metal to the pedal with the metal on the pedal. That metal pedal metal. Schmeckles. Yeah, you just keep attacking. What's the point of the shield? That's what happens every time. The flinch is on the hit that then sends out the worm stake. The hit that applies the worm stake should do the most, even though that doesn't make any sense. Now, if only doing that with a high-rank Anjanath was that easy. Take a sip of my OJ. Simpsons come. I should have went along the vines. But the camera would have fucked me up anyways. Alright, that should be enough. Unless RNG was just complete shit. Yeah, that was enough. I think I got exactly 3. Let's go check. I got enough for that. As a byproduct. Yay. I'm probably never gonna use it. Never mind. I still need one more quill. Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter if someone joins. I'm so used to just putting it to one player. Actually, yeah, let's use something we never use. I'm not playing online, so I can't annoy the fuck out of anyone. Cool. It'll die in like 7.5 seconds. I'm sorry, I'd normally always do a little bit of trying to get more of the weapons in the game. That's been my, like, objective, since the RNG late game is so impossible to actually work with. You're never gonna get what you want for whatever build you wanted 500, 600, 1,000 hours ago. Because the RNG just repeatedly punches you in the dick. Just a jackhammer with a fist attached to the end of it right into the groin. Every single time an end screen pops up, one of the Acme boxes comes out of the bottom of the floor while the jackhammer is pounding you, and then smacks you right in the taint. Like one of the Acme fist in a boxes on a spring, one of those things just comes out and whack. Get dorged. Get hort dorged. As much as I hate the dual swords, they're still better than the gun lance. wanna try and dodge me, boy? Yeah, I was gonna say, it took more time to run to him than it did to kill him. I forgot to activate. Activate? I forgot to activate more investigations. So I didn't just have 5 tempered investigations active. I have like 60 of them and I only have 5 selected. Oi. Oh, great, I'm gonna have to constantly get rid of that garbage. Capture a bagel in less than 15 minutes. Capture a doggo. Wait, why does this build have an awakening charm on it? Oh, that... It actually does. It has locked element. Never mind. If we go ugly pants, where are the ugly pants? The hell was that sound? Sorry. Where the hell did all these playbacks come from? Now that's what I call a build. Volume 3. Is he really gonna stay down there? Normally he flies up and out. I swear, if he flies out as I go down there. I will snipe him out of the air, so help me. You little bitch. Get down here. No running. Well, this is going bad. I would blame RNG, but literally anything that goes bad in this game is due to bad RNG. Like him starting out in red mode. Can't. Well, I'm dead. It was nice knowing you. Oh, I got stuck on the bright moss. Oh, you gotta be fucking joking me. Please tell me this built. Yeah. This is what happens when you don't put health regen on a weapon. Health regen is best augmentation. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. When you spend more time healing, you're spending less time hitting the monster. Therefore, when you can heal with your weapon, you're spending more time dealing damage. 10% affinity is not even close to being equatable to having health regen. I'm sorry, but whenever I see people running just straight affinity, I'm like, no wonder they're the person who fainted. It's like they're greedy. They're inherently going to faint more. Oh my word. I need to stop trying to go in when he's in. I do the same 3 attacks over and over again mode. Oh, come on. I'm gonna say, that was well timed and you know it. But apparently not. I should have timed it earlier, or later. Oh my god. Sometimes that shit hits you, and sometimes you can be directly, like, next to him and it won't hit you. Thanks, you Gajalaka losers. Gaja losers. Nice. Now excuse me while I consume 7 more health potions because I don't have health regen on my weapon. And I fucked up that input. Smoke my dong with that double roar. What? Oh, Gajalaka on the wall. Get over here, Basil. You missed. You suck. No, don't be underneath him. Oh, you did the wrong thing that you wanted to do in that moment. Oh boy. That's some risky business. No, you're not running away. If you thought you were running away, you're fucking stupid. Oh, it's a capture mission! Right. Right. I never capture monsters. Because it's not fucking fun. Oh well. We can just go do an actual kill Basil mission. I didn't even pick up the capture shit to begin with. So, I couldn't have captured him if I wanted to. I would have had to go back to camp anyways. I got a gem out of it. I guarantee you it would have just given me 2 vitality gems, a fire resistance gem, and then probably either ice attack or maybe like flawless or something like that. Mighty bow, something I already have like 5 copies of, because that's all the game ever does. I should get rid of all the capture investigations. What's the fucking point? It just makes you have to have shit in your fucking inventory. I wouldn't even hate it if they didn't make it so that, like, tinged meat and trapping things in different areas wasn't so fucking useless. But, like, due to the fact that half of the mechanics that were literally in the last iteration of Monster Hunter, at least this type of Monster Hunter, like, 90% of them are fucking useless. So, half of what you would do in the previous games doesn't even matter in this game. The one time I saw someone use actual poisoned meat, it just got left sat there on the ground because the monster doesn't prioritize fucking eating it. And that was on Devil Joe, the only monster you would assume would prioritize eating it. But that was his previous iteration in the other games where they actually cared about the mechanics and didn't just turn it into a fucking Dark Souls simulator. Honestly, I think if they released Generations Ultimate on PS4, that would probably be more popular than World. Give it a couple weeks. Just because that shit has way more fucking monster variety than this game does. On top of the fact it has better versions of monsters that are in this game. That being Diablos and stuff like that. Oh, and he's flying away. Yeah. He's gonna go fly all the way up to where I just was. And by the time I get there, he's gonna fly away again. He's already landed on the ground. He's already walked to one side. He's gonna his AI is either going to choose to walk backwards again, or it's going to choose to fly up in the air and move. It chose to walk back and forth again, so I might be able to actually stop him from flying away. Oh, I'm getting hit. No. RNG. RNGesus. I don't even like mounting monsters half of the time because it can put their hitboxes in really weird areas where you can't hit them. Or in the case of monsters like Basil, it triggers their powered up mode because you mount them. You have no idea how much I tried to do the turning slash there. I was holding like left and mash triangle like 6 times, but no, he just wouldn't do the turn slash. Are you gonna tell me that that didn't connect? Like 3 tons of monster in front of me and that didn't connect? You suck. You still suck. And Bagel goes back. And then he goes forward. And then he comes back. Dicks. Big old nozzles. No, 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 no. You don't know. You don't want to be there. How did I not take damage is the better question. Get fucking sniped, mate. Oh. You left a little turd nugget there, just as a present for me, didn't you? You little nugget. Little nugget dropper. And you're done. What? Did you see the damage appear like way up over there? I don't understand why most orange juice manufacturers don't just use more ripe oranges. Like, there are sweet oranges. There's no reason that most orange juice has to have such a sourness to it. That should be, like, exclusive to lemons. Like, most orange juice almost has a slight grapefruity bitterness to it because of how early most of them are harvested. Again, never gonna use it. I just want to be able to say I have all of the weapons in the game. That way, when they inevitably add more weapons, because why else would you have a maximum upgrade reached, but the item is still click-onable to go to the upgrade screen? Can't do that with the orange ones, even though it's the same thing. And I understand that's also to do with being able to roll back your weapon, but, like, why would you leave so much empty space? As a developer, like that, it just seems like the most obvious thing in the world when you leave that much empty space at the end of your upgrade trees, that half of your additional content that you're going to be adding is going to fill that in, so you already know what you're missing. They're already working on shit like that. But then again, they might not be, considering how quickly the whole contest for the, like, Wyvern's Ignition thing was done, and how it was modeled and then put into the game and stuff like that. They could easily add more stuff faster, but adding these little, like, bits and bobs here once at a time doesn't feel as gratifying as getting an entire package of, like, 5 new monsters with 5 new armor sets and stuff like that, who all have unique upgrade trees for their weapons, and not just, ooh, it's an axe, it's a sword, and it has Jagras parts. It's an axe, and it's a sword, and it's slightly off tinge color. It's an axe and a sword, and we stuck parts of Baroth's face on it. And it's just like, these things, which used to look as unique as like this on a regular basis, all look the same. Like, they just all look the same. Except for, again, you go down to this one, because this is, again, it's the only weapon that was made from a monster that was post-release. But you have a couple that have uniques, and normally those are orange rarities. But that still doesn't, like, make it any better. You have, like, this thing, where it's like, the Odogaron weapons are an example of what half of the other weapons in the game should look like when they're finished at the end of their upgrade tree. It's like he was the first monster that they came to the idea for Monster Hunter World's, like, roster of monsters, and he was like the third or second one on the list. And that's when they started making, like, some of the early armor concepts. Because there's no way that they ended on half of the weapons just looking like utter trash. The hunting horns are the most unique ones, and that's why I like collecting them. Because they still have like a hint of what the older games would have as far as end upgrade trees go. Scroll through all these, and most of them look unique in their own regard. I mean, there are some that are the same, like this and this. But for the most part, you have things that all look unique and separate. But they sort of had to do that to try and coerce people into playing the hunting horn. Considering that I think outside of Generations, it is the least used weapon in every other game. In Generations, I don't think it was the least used weapon. I could be wrong though. The hunting horn actually had some pretty cool stuff. Actually like some of the animations in that game better than this game. Even though they're not as, like, super fluid, they just look better and feel better. And I'm not even talking about like the crazy animations. I'm just talking about the ones that are like shared across most of the games. Like, that's the difference between the spin-off games, is that one, instead of just focusing on having like a play style with a weapon, has like core play styles with all weapons that can be like shared across all of them in a sense. I'm really surprised I don't have anything else to upgrade. If you're wondering what I'm just sitting here looking for. Monster Hunter Generations has like a bunch of different shit, but it's also a lot more simplified. It's simplified, but also more cool looking in a sense, where like your regular attack is like way more crazier looking than in this game. Like in Generations, if you're using the switch axe and you do the equivalent of, in this game, what would be like a wild swing, it combos into the overhead hit in a lot more of a dramatic manner. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can just look up some gameplay footage or something like that from it. Some dude using a switch axe. I'm gonna go out for a smoke real quick while I continue talking. Not that my talking interests anyone. Everyone wants to watch the gameplay. I'd assume anyways. I can't imagine anyone would come to hear me talk. Not when my voice is in its like angsty teen mode. There are just certain things about it that it's not even that I'd prefer it to be that way. It's more so I just wish that this game had a little bit more of that style of combo system. Or that style of like combat just in your most basic form. Like again, when you do the wild swing, it basically is like a combination of the wild swing animation, and then when you do the overhead slam, it does like a mixture of what is currently the Big Bang animation, the Big Bang finisher specifically for the hammer. It's like that exaggerated swing around backwards and then slam. Which this game, like, already sort of hybridized a little bit of that into it already, but in a manner that wasn't, like, how would you even explain it, like, too interfering with what the core of how that team develops their Monster Hunter game, even though I think, personally, that there are a lot of things that could be improved about it. One, make monsters AI have an increased likelihood of consuming meat over a longer period of time, with meat being on the map. Not tiny monsters. I don't want a tiny little gyros coming over and eating my fucking tinged meat. I want the Odogaron to come over and eat it. He's the one who's supposed to want to eat it. There are just some things that could be done a little bit better because they made the game more actiony in the Generations way, but like I said, they did that to the combat without affecting it. But the thing that they did affect by doing that was the core of what made their Monster Hunter unique to the spin-offs. Now it's just, you're basically playing a game that plays very similar to the spin-off, with monsters that are almost as hard and as rampant as the spin-off and stuff like that. But you don't have all the crazy cool moves that you're meant to use to deal with them. And like the couple things that I'm talking about, like they added, that are all stylized in sort of more of that crazy manner, like the dual sword. When you jump off of a cliff and you do the like cartwheel down the entire monster's body. Like, what the fuck? That's so out of place. It really is. Like, if you're gonna let them do that, you might as well let them do some of the other some of the other aerial moves too. You might as well just ask that team for half of their animators as well. Imagine there was a Monster Hunter game like Monster Hunter World, but you could cancel a lot of your big finishers into lower damage aerial attacks, or attacks that would hit high into the air. So you didn't have to just stand there being fucking useless while a monster is flying around, or spamming them with slinger ammo. It's like in the other games, again, everyone took a slow and methodical approach to combat, because that's how Monster Hunter 4U and stuff like that was. But you can't do that in Monster Hunter World. If you're slow and methodical, it means you're probably taking more damage than your average player because of the monsters, more than the actual player. If I had the ability to play clips, I would show clips of like Diablos from some of the older games. I can't remember what they call it, like, not rampant Diablos, but it's one that has like the same sort of red veiny glow that like Basil and a bunch of other monsters have. But it's like a version of Diablos that has that, and it's like pretty crazy. At least its introduction and everything is. It's the same monster, but in two different games. Even though the animations are very similar, you're fighting them in completely different manners, because you're unable to do half of the stuff that you would do in the other games to get around that. Or be able to stun or stagger them more, etc., etc. Also, thank you, Ricky Olsen. Hope you didn't mind me saying that. I always feel bad because some people don't actually want their name said. It's not like I'm heavily viewed anyways, though. Give me just 1 second. I need to use the bathroom. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I would have used that build, but it's really not that great against Teostra. Normally I'm not too picky, but I'm also not trying to faint a bunch of times. The one thing I did want to say though about Monster Hunter, in like the scope of its series and spin-offs, is Monster Hunter World did do something really good though, and that's introduce a lot of people to a game series that they probably didn't know nothing about, because a lot of third-person action games were always brushed under the rug up until, like, and I mean, I hate saying this, but it really is true. Up until Dark Souls came out, people didn't give a fuck about third-person action games. They were just like the equivalent of a pistachio of a game, where most people... Wait, what the hell? Who left? Was that the person that I joined? Fuck it. I fought you in the arena. This is basically the same thing, except I have an armor set of my choice. And I need Teostra gems. With master. Well, I just like using it for Teostra because it's Elder Seal. And I don't really have a good Elder Seal switch axe that has health regen on it. I could have used my grinder, I guess, but that's not an elemental weapon. Why are you using that attack? Why do I constantly run into people who don't know how to use a greatsword? He's literally spamming triangle, circle, triangle, triangle, circle, triangle. It's like he's trying to be an asshole. Watch him. We're just gonna watch this guy for a sec. Monster always has to do a fucking rush attack when I attack it, doesn't it? Yeah, I was about to attack it too. Oh, now I'm stunned. This is going awesome. Kaboom! Well, and I mean, I'm not trying to put down the Monster Hunter development team, even though I've put them down a lot when I say a lot of this stuff, but like, they've rehashed a lot of monsters, and there are people out there making like videos about what monsters they want to see put into the game again. And it's like, I don't want to see more of the same monsters. I want to see new monsters. I want to see a bundle of 5 original monsters get released from Capcom, and then I'll be impressed. 5 original monsters with all original skins on their weapons. No rehashing. No pooky redoing a weapon model that was already existing in another game and it looked better in the other game. Sorry. There's a reason I call myself salty. Shit. Sayonara, Cupcake. He's using shield up. Why do people use wide slash? How many bad greatsword users are there? Oh my god, I want to cry. I want to cry and I want to break out in laughter, but I can't because I don't laugh a lot. Oh my god, this clown. Oh my god, he did a charged attack. Holy shit. I wonder if he even knows what a tackle is. He's making me choke. I should have went to his other side. Finally. How long until this guy stuns me out of my combo? Make your swings count. You cannot take them back. Yeah, like this goober over here. This goob. Holy shit, my god. I really despise this guy. Why? This has literally been a recurring theme with the past 3 to 4 greatsword users I've played with. What the fuck? Do they not know? Like... It's not even that you should always be using charged attacks. It's just that if you do one charge attack and then do a tackle and then do a charge attack and then do wide slash after that, your wide slash will retain your charge level. And there will be an actual point to using it. Using it like from bare bones stock is like the dumbest noob thing ever. And the fact they made it to that higher rank, I really hope that that's not their main weapon of choice. I really hope it isn't. Because it'll just reflect on how much they were fucking carried. Holy shit if this clown launches me in the air. Just hit me. Hit me again, dude. Oh boy. All those hitboxes at once. I still don't know how to program stuff either. I haven't drank a cool drink this entire time. How does he still have this much health? Oh wait, that's right, because the greatsword user is a fucking retard. Making me fucking... regret playing multiplayer. It's not like there's a bunch of different complex things you can do. You only have a certain amount of moves that you can do in this game. It's the definition of someone who thinks this game is a hack and slash. And that's the problem. That's one of the main problems that this game has. Is, like I said, it took out the methodical combat. Because there's people like him that don't understand anything remotely to do with using things that are most efficient. He's literally going like this. He's just fucking mashing stuff. He should be using the sword and shield, because at least if he mashed with the sword and shield, he'd get what just happened on my screen. It'd be more than what the fuck he's doing. I don't even have enough potions to last me much longer. Oh my god, watch this. Oh my goodness. Kill me. How can you sympathize with this? What are you... You're a great sword user. You could have hit him for fucking 800 damage. Are you fucking... At worst, you could have done a basic charge slash all the way to max, and it still would have done more. What is this guy's build? He's using guard 5 out of 5 with a great sword. And he's dodging half of the attacks. Oh my goodness. What? I can't go in because every time I go in I get stunned. And I get... Oh my god, I want to literally fucking throw my controller in this guy's face. Oh my word. This is ridiculous. I can't even play properly because I'm trying to avoid him. I'm like paying more attention for being aware of where he is on my screen than the actual monster. You know what? I need a Teoscar gem, so. Give me the... That's not a gem. That is in fact not a gem. I'm glad this isn't tempered, because... Okay. Hitboxes. Make truck-sized hitboxes on the charge attacks, but... extremely specific hitboxes on the... tail attack. Kill Stealer. I did it. Well, it's not even that. There's also like YouTubers in different languages that do Monster Hunter stuff. Like, it's not even that, because most of these guys aren't even English speakers. They just have English names for whatever reason. He's probably Japanese and he's probably Chinese. I'm just guessing by how much they skip around. They need to look up guides in their own language. I don't think they'll understand, like, English guides, or they won't help them very much. The most they could do is just watch the video and at least see them using it in combat. Just look up a video of someone else using it for more than a minute and a half, and he'll know that he's using it wrong. Normally, I don't have to worry about being stunned and launched up into the air by a greatsword user. But the last guy who did it to me was Japanese, and I guarantee you that that guy was Japanese too. Because it seems to be that those people over there are the kind of people that don't look stuff up. They just do what they do, and that's how they do it. I don't know, there's no other explanation for that. Your hunter rank like fucking 60 plus, like there's no excuse. Honestly, with how much I was getting stunned there, I should probably just max out the stun resistance. I'll use something different. Oh wait, this build doesn't have focused on it, does it? Oh, it has level 1 focus. You know what? Let's just use my ear fingers. You stick your fingers in the ears. It's just called that because of the stupid icon for earplugs. Because the icon for earplugs is a guy putting both of his fingers in his ears. Now it's a gas and ear fingers hybrid. You put your fingers in your ears while you're breathing in the gas. You effectively have a gas mask. You do the thing where you're like, you know, like how you'll flip your hands upside down on your face to make glasses? You're sort of doing that gesture, but you're like putting your hands over your mouth and putting your fingers in your ears at the same time. So it looks like you're Bane. mouth fingers. I don't really need more flash bugs. He can only be flashed once when he's tempered. No, not the Mandragora. Such a troll placement. Well, apparently no one else had mounted him yet. If I was playing in single player, I would have staggered him and I would have been fine. But now, no, 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 no. Be a good doggo. Put it down. Activate. Oh yeah, that's right. The ear fingers build has no focus. I really need to make a focus and ear fingers build. It's alright, you don't need it. It just makes charging and your attack cycle so much faster. Oh, you fucker. Oh my god, I'm trying to get the trip on him with that attack, but he keeps, literally every single time I go to do it, he keeps doing the double claw attack right into me. Would you get tripped already? Oh my god. Aw. If only the slinger actually had a sensible aiming reticle. 90% of the time it doesn't go where you're pointing the thing. So you just have to sort of aim and guess where it's gonna... And I did the noob thing where I ran myself out of stamina. Because I'm fucking talking like an idiot. I should have picked up torch pods. That would have been the smart thing to do. It's a little trick you can do right there. If you time it right. Jump out of the slide. You don't even have to walk up the slope. Well, that's that. Capturing, so fun. You heard it click. I clicked on it. When people tell you Monster Hunter doesn't have clunky controls. Damn it, I didn't tackle at the right time. I did that move because I knew I was going to get stunned if I tried to go for the full true charge slash. Sometimes it's worth it to just do the tackle and then the jumping wide slash after. That was not the situation where you should have used it. And that hitbox was not even what? Seriously, how can you not wear miasma gems to this? This fucker is gonna cost us the money. It's gonna cost us the reward. He's a tempered Valhazak. He's the easiest tempered Elder Dragon. You wear one item and his entire fight is null and void. Oh, missed his tiny little toes. You're lucky. What's the phobia called when you have a fear of feet? I wanted to make a joke about that, but I'll use it as a later time once I actually know what the phobia of feet would be called. I'm gonna say my character's scared of feet. You just didn't want to attack him. He's horrified. His cowardly lion mask does not help him. I'm just throwing this out. Uncharged. Nice poison bomb, dude. Got him. Y'all dead. Oh, I can't believe that connected. I'm getting hit by that, yep. Doesn't matter. We'll use the True Charge Slash to heal a Mega Potion's worth of health. Get the tail! You telling me that didn't cut the tail? Malarkey. If I was in single player, that would have been... Get back here. Yes. Finally. Don't flash my motherfucking ride. I paid a lot for this Harley Davidson themed after a dead guy. Crunch. And done. Half of all tails are held on with super glue and duct tape. Did you mean to spell that as in the story or as in like the monster's tail? Because I'm assuming you mean like monster's tails. A Vol bike? Yeah, a bike themed after Valhazak. That'd look pretty cool. Do you play this game, man? I mean, I'd have to assume you do, considering that you're watching. Well, yeah, the tail of something like the tail of an animal is spelled T-A-I-L for future reference, if you want to avoid confusion. I hate English too, so you can spell it however you want. I mean, like I said, I could understand what you meant, regardless of the spelling. I hate English. Why do we spell both meanings of the word bark the same, but not tail? It's such a fucking stupid discrepancy. Do you have a PS4 or Xbox One? Or were you waiting for it to come to PC? When it comes to PC, it'll probably actually feel like a complete game. So that'd probably be a more recommended buy if you're going to buy your full money's worth. But then again, if you buy it now, you can consider playing a game that's early, and even though you still have to pay the full price for it, you're getting a bunch of free shit down the road. Because all that stuff in the future is coming for free. That's going to be added when the PC update is released. Well, if you wanted to add me, feel free, man. When I'm not streaming, I'm normally playing something else, and I normally just talk to people anyways. The game I've been playing a lot of off stream is a game that a lot of people wanted me to actually start streaming again. Well, I say a lot of people, the few people that actually watched me back when I played Borderlands. But yeah, that game is just what I've been playing. I just made a Salvador for the fun of it and was just going through all the quests in normal mode. The super high difficulty stuff in that game requires so much concentration and so much consistency. It's a capture investigation. I'll have to... Oh, it's only a 2-person. Holy shit, why is he asking for SOS then? Now I feel like ultra obligated. I know I don't need to bring my own traps and stuff, but I just do. I don't play Fortnite or anything like that, so don't expect me to play that though. But you can add me if you want. I don't know if you've even been able to see my online ID, but it's I don't know why I'm saying for whatever reason, sometimes I have a really hard time saying something due to the fact I stutter and I have to say something else to get myself out of it. But my account name is Dr. Roxo, like the actual rock and roll clown from Metalocalypse sort of thing, but spelt with a Z instead. It's because my brain is like multitasking 5 different thought processes at once and trying to play the game at the same time and talk about something that's not even relevant to what I was thinking about. Where the Where the fucking dick is it telling me to go? This is why you never listen to the scout flies. Always just go to the host. Never listen to the scout flies. Oh, it's a pilot hair. Sounds like someone pressing out a whoopee cushion. Should have probably did that to his head, but okay. He did everything. Oh yeah, I don't have any learning disabilities. It's actually the opposite. I think too much about too many different things. I stutter because of like hyperactivity in my brain more than anything. I don't have a problem with words or reading or anything like that. I always did very well in school. I was made fun of because I was the kid who was like ultra smart and stuttered and was shy and couldn't really say anything in front of a crowd, but would always like have an A+ essay or whatever. You wouldn't assume it from my stoner demeanor or the fact that I'm native, but most of my family was always like a really high grade in school anyways, but school doesn't really mean anything. It's like I tell every single person, intelligence is not knowledge, it is your ability to gain it. I'm gonna do one more and then I'm probably gonna turn my screen off for a little bit. I got some stuff I actually have to do, which is part of the reason why I'm so cluster-brained. I was just showing this so you could see my online ID if you wanted to, even though it's probably pretty hard to see if you're using a mobile device. That's just for reference. It's Dr. Roxo 11. Spelt with a Z. The funny thing is people always associate stupidity like with weed, but that's because most people always placebo those kinds of like mental states onto themselves. If you get told you get stupid or funny or laughy off of something, then of course you're probably going to get that way. It's the definition of a preconceived notion. Your brain will already have that expectancy out of something. Here, I'll help this guy. Yeah, you don't have to add me if you don't want to. I was just offering it on the table. Well, that's not saying that weed doesn't slow down your brain. I'm just saying that associating it with stupidity is the wrong thing. Because if you were to say that weed made you dumb, then you should say that coffee makes you smarter. Because caffeine increases your brain activity. But that's not how intelligence works. And everyone loses brain cells. You don't just lose it from smoking. You go swimming every summer in Cancun or wherever fancy named place you go to for vacation, you'd get just as much damage to your fucking brain cells. You drink a beer every day after work, you have way more damage to your brain cells. Alcohol actually deactivates your brain cells, and after prolonged use completely stops them from working. And everyone always says that weed causes short-term memory. Everyone has short-term memory. Not every single person can remember every single thing. I know people who are straight edge and never smoked a fucking ounce of weed in their life that leave their phone in random ass places all the fucking time. That's just what people do. Everyone has short-term memory because your brain latches on to things that matters more. It's nothing that has ever been said about like the criticisms of what weed does has ever been logically thought about in the everyday situation. And that's the thing that has always bothered me about that. I don't even advocate smoking weed. It's not for everyone. But nothing is for everyone. Just like not everyone likes certain food. I always get hit from behind by that. Oh my god, oh my god, I'm on the wrong tab as well. No! Not risking it. Alright, it's focused on someone else. No, you dick. Of course you would. It doesn't help that also when people get stoned, they go out and act like complete fucking idiots. That's also another major factor in that. Well, it's not even just that. It's more so, again, the type of person thing. If you can actually be not a dumbass and not, like, act like smoking it every single time is the first time, then you're good. It's just like your first time drinking. If a person acts like every single time they get drunk, it's their first time drinking, you don't drink with that person. Period. Because you're not drinking with them. You're watching an idiot get fucking wasted off of like 3 beers. The equivalent of the dude who's like, yeah, I smoke weed all the time, takes 3 hits off of a joint and is like, whoa. It's like, no, you're not, and you don't. I'm not trying to be an elitist about it either. It's just that whole, whoa, dude, bong hit mentality.
I mean, that's what I smoke out of, but I'm not like fucking... You don't hear me doing it like that every single time. You hear the apparatus, and then you hear the aftermath. That's about it. The device. You can't hit me with them shenanigans, boy. You can hit me with those shenanigans, though. The falling fucking crystals in the hitbox from the other side that somehow still hit me even though I was not even close to being there. What is the terrain even supposed to be made of here? Like rock? Or magma? That's what it looks like anyways. Bye. Got him. I only send people flying at the end. Ooh, look at them. Traps, tripped, ailments caused. 7. I'm just gonna turn this stuff in and then I'm gonna turn the stream off. And then I'll be like AFK for an hour and a half or so, and I might start streaming again later. We'll see how tired I am. But thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Normally I'm too salty for anyone to stay around, but I've been doing so much shit lately that I have no energy for it. But I'll be back. Peace out, dude. And like I said, feel free to add me if you want. I'll be on